Goodbye. This time we get it. STB gas treatment. Cleans intake valves and fuel injectors to help engines run better. STP, the edge.
We've added the leading cough suppressant to the proven cold relief of Alka-Seltzer Plus to relieve your cold and cough at the same time. New Alka-Seltzer Plus cold and cough medicine in the purple box. 2 kinds of relief from only 1 medicine.
Century Hardware, yes we can.
Now at Century Hardware, save on Ever-Ready Energizer Long Life Alkaline batteries. AA, C, D, and 9-volt sizes are now specially priced.
Yes we can.
Get the Makita 3/8-inch variable speed reversing cordless driver drill kit with battery, charger, case, and free bonus battery. Just $149.99. Look for special savings right now at participating Century Hardware stores during our holiday gift sale.
Century Hardware, yes we can.
Michael Jordan has set his sights on another NBA trophy, and the prognosticators have already labeled the Bulls repeat champions. Scottie Pippen has raised his game another level, and Phil Jackson has directed his team to their best start in 18 years, including an incredible 10-game win streak, which is on the line tonight. Portland hopes to stop that streak in a game that could be a preview of the finals. Though Portland has not blazed a trail so far, Clyde Drexler is blazing a trail of his own to his ultimate goal, an NBA crown. The 641st consecutive sellout at Memorial Coliseum in Portland, and they've come tonight to see 2 of the premier teams in the NBA, the Chicago Bulls and the Portland Trail Blazers. And a very pleasant evening, everybody. I'm Ron Thulin. Glad to be with us for Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight. Now, recently, Chicago has not had much success here in the Rose City. In fact, the last time they have won here was back in March of 1989. Joining me tonight, Doug Collins. And Doug, last year the Chicago Bulls dropped both games to Portland, and I think as far as the game here in Memorial Coliseum, Chicago realized they can't run with Portland here in Portland.
Well, what they want to do tonight, in talking to the Chicago coaching staff, they want to control tempo, force Portland to make decisions in a half-court game. When you allow Portland to get out and run like they did here last year, they scored 125 points. In doing that, they shot 62% from the field. They had 5 starters in double figures. You see the fast break points 20-6. Now then they go back to Chicago. Chicago tries to slow tempo a little bit. The score now 109-101. This gave the Blazers an 18-1 start. Drexler, Porter, and Ainge came up big in that ball game. They had 25 of the 33 fourth-quarter points.
Now, coming into tonight's game, of course, Chicago had the longest win streak in the NBA at 10 games, and they have played very well during that win streak, dominating opponents.
Well, Chicago has a championship swagger right now. They feel like that whatever they do, they're going to come out on top, and they've done it really with their defense. It's an extension of last year's playoffs. You see the margin of victory, almost 17 points a game. They're shooting close to 54%. And right now, Chicago feels they can do no wrong. But the main staple of this Chicago team is that their defense creates their offense.
Now, for the Portland Trail Blazers, last year at this time, they were 13-1. This year, they are 9-5, riding a 2-game win streak. And their success tonight just might depend on the play of Porter and Duckworth.
Well, the reason that is, Ron, is because when you look at the matchups, you've got Clyde Drexler and you've got Michael Jordan. You figure those two guys are going to cancel each other out. You've got Cliff Robinson and Kersey and Pippen, so you figure that matchup's going to cancel itself out. If Portland is to win, they need to get the advantage with Terry Porter against John Paxson or B.J. Armstrong, and Kevin Duckworth has to win the battle of the middle. Bill Cartwright is not here, so Duckworth should be able to throw his weight around and dominate inside.
Well, the Portland Trail Blazers, a win tonight for them would definitely be a confidence builder, but they have not shot well as of late. They're shooting 45% on the year, which doesn't bode well as far as a game with Chicago is concerned, as the Bulls are 10-0 when their opponents shoot less than 50%. When we come back, Ernie Johnson will be in our studios in Atlanta. Then we'll come back to Portland for the lineups and the tip-off with the Bulls and the Blazers next on TNT.
The dives, the kicks, the slam dunks, the greatest plays of the day. See them weeknights on CNN Sports tonight with Fred Hickman and Nick Charles. And now, see him whenever you want. The greatest plays of the day on video cassette and available for a limited time only at the Athlete's Foot. Get to a participating store to get yours. The greatest plays of the day on one tape in one place. The Athlete's Foot. Only $8.99 with any purchase.
Sharp brings you the world of big events. The big bowl games, concerts, the championship games, the playoffs, title fights, hit movies, big events, big on Sharp Vision, the liquid crystal projection system with the 8-foot picture that makes you feel like you're there. Now, see Terminator 2 on Sharp Vision. See a demonstration and you could win a trip to a Hollywood premiere and the Terminator's jacket. Buy Sharp Vision and get a $500 rebate. Sharp Vision. For information, call 1-800-B-SHARP.
At Radio Shack this Christmas, you'll find hundreds of great gift ideas. Computers for home or business, stereo systems, speakers, CD players. Even Santa would have to admire our selection of radios, calculators, and electronic clocks. Nearly 60 telephones and over 80 cassette players, Memorex VCRs, and camcorders. And don't forget our top-rated batteries. You'll find it all at Radio Shack, America's technology store.
Needs all the rigmarole.
Face it, lots of places offer new tires. I'm not going to hand my car over to just anyone. But you got to ask yourself, who's going to back you better than Sears?
When they say it's guaranteed, it's guaranteed.
And right now, Sears Guardsman Response Radio is at our lowest price ever, only $17.99. Installed in just 60 minutes, 7 days a week.
Who's going to back you better than Sears?
All right, Ernie Johnson back with you in Atlanta. We're just a couple of minutes away from the tip as Chicago takes on Portland. Game 2 of our Friday night doubleheader here on TNT. Around the league tonight, the Golden State Warriors, one of the best teams on the road in the league, taking on the Utah Jazz, one of the best at home. Don Nelson's guys coming off a tough overtime loss at Seattle earlier this week. Get the running game going early. Chris Mullin, Mario Ellie, one of the best things to ever come out of the CBA. A 2-point Golden State lead at that point. Good, tight ball game, high scoring, too. 65-62 Golden State has the lead at the Delta Center at the half. Alan Bristow's Charlotte Hornets have yet to win on the road. They are 0-8. Phoenix isn't helping them out tonight either. Can the game be this easy? Yeah, give and go. Kevin Johnson on the receiving end. Phoenix has a 62-58 lead over Charlotte. They're at the half at Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Finals tonight, San Antonio 88-85 over the Hawks. David Robinson 20 points and 13 boards. Philadelphia played without Charles Barkley and lost at Miami 95-92. The Cleveland Cavaliers have won 5 straight. Brad Daugherty had 29 and a 115-104 win over Orlando. The Indiana Pacers knocked Houston out of first place in the Midwest 141-121. Reggie Miller was 5 out of 5 from three-point land. The New Jersey Nets and Dallas Mavericks got a good tight one going in the fourth period. The Nets surprising Dallas 88-86 in the final period. The Seattle Supersonics and Denver Nuggets are at the half. Seattle has a 5-point lead over Denver 48-43. Earlier tonight you saw the Lakers beat the Celtics 114-91. Coming up, game 2 of our Friday night double dip. The Bulls have won 10 straight, trying to make it 11 at the expense of the Portland Trail Blazers. It comes your way next, live from Portland with Ron and Doug. We'll be right back.
Tonight's NBA game is brought to you by Bud Light, because everything else is just a light, and by Jeep and Eagle, official vehicles of the NBA.
A high-output 4-liter engine, anti-lock brakes, and shift-on-the-fly full-time 4-wheel drive. Make Jeep Cherokee the ultimate vehicle for the hustle and bustle of everyday life.
Now drive for the gold and save $1,000 on new Jeep Cherokees.
Set a goal, and then set another goal.
If you can't conceive it in your mind, you can't achieve it. My goal, if I'm a D student, is to get up to a C. And when I get to a C, now I want a B. Set a goal for yourself. Stay in school.
Well, it's taken me a little time to find out life ain't just about working. Don't call it shirking. It'll take a little time for me. I'll get moving and do some serious grooving. I'm gonna kick back, unwind, you know, the American dream is free. And Hager has a feel for America. Hager has a feel for me.
Have some fun in Hager Casual Pants.
Century Hardware, yes we can.
Now at Century Hardware, get the Vice Grip Pliers gift set with 5-inch and 10-inch curved jaw locking pliers with wire cutters. Just $12.99.
Yes we can.
Stock up for the holidays with Duracell long-lasting alkaline batteries. AAA, AA, C, D, and 9-volt at low prices. Look for special savings right now at participating Century Hardware stores during our holiday gift sale.
Century Hardware, yes we can.
They are standing at Portland's Memorial Coliseum in anticipation for quite a matchup in what some feel is a preview to the NBA Finals in 1992, the Blazers and the Chicago Bulls. Now let's take a look at tonight's Jeep Eagles starting lineups and the matchups that stand out for you, Doug, right away.
Well, I see the Terry Porter against John Paxson is going to be a big matchup. I think Duckworth and Will Perdue and Buck Williams and Horace Grant. Horace Grant is quietly becoming one of the top power forwards in the NBA.
Pippen, Grant, Perdue, Paxson, and Jordan we see for Chicago, and they are coached by Phil Jackson in his third year with a career record of 127 and 50. In his fourth season for Portland, it is Rick Adelman. He comes in with a record of 145 and 68. And what a difference a year makes, Doug, between these two teams. As we mentioned, last year Portland was 13-1 at this point. Chicago was 7-6.
Well, I think the big difference is with Portland is they know they're a good team. And when you review the films and talking to Rick Adelman, they're getting good shots. They're doing the things they want to do. The one thing they're not getting is a lot of easy transition baskets. So their emphasis in the last 8-10 ball games has been we've got to start running again, get some easy shots, then our outside jump shots will start to fall. And I think that they see themselves starting to get back to where they were.
And here's the series profile, the first meeting this season between the two. The Blazers have won 3 of the last 4. Of course, as we mentioned at the top of the show, 2-0 last year. And the Blazers' last win here in the Rose City was back in March of 1989. The officials for tonight's games, it'll be Mike Mathis, Jimmy Capers, and Tommy Nunez. And the electricity in this city today has been incredible. More people have stopped us asking for tickets, especially to see that man, Clyde Drexler, in the last 5 games. He has averaged just about 34 points a contest.
You know, the interesting thing about all that was written today and all that was said from the Portland side was they're so happy Chicago was in town, almost like this is going to be an elixir to get them going again, that this is what they needed, a challenge to get them back on track. We'll have to wait and see, because Chicago right now, as we talked about in the opening, Ron, has got a championship swagger. They feel they can come in here and win this basketball game. Portland is going to have to be more than Clyde Drexler tonight.
Now, Portland only shooting 45% on the year. Chicago, number 1 in the NBA, shooting better than 52%, and we are underway.
Interesting, Scottie Pippen and Percy jumping against each other, the small forwards.
That's right.
When you play the game and you're looking good, there's a Bud Light way and it's understood.
If you're into looking good, get into Bud Light. The clean, fresh taste won't fill you up, never let you down.
You can taste it, feel it, know you got it right. Cause everything else is just a light. Just a light. Bud Light. Everything else is just a light. Just a light. Everything else is just a light.
Well, here it is, gentlemen. Top of the world. Now, I put my camera here. Your vehicle would face out over the cliffs. What do you think? Look. If you plan to claim your vehicle's as good as a Jeep, you really need this shot in your commercial. How are we going to get our vehicle up here?
Helicopter.
We'll lift it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Great. Go down and make some calls.
Yeah, same thing. It's going to be a great commercial.
Dominique Wilkins, Larry Bird, the human highlight film against the living legend. Another chapter in a timeless rivalry. The Celtics take on the Hawks, live at 7:35 Eastern Saturday night on TBS.
Forget the facts. Forget that there's no air to breathe on Mars and no water to drink. Forget that there's no life. Because this is Robinson Crusoe on Mars, tonight on TNT.
So what do you think about that newly designed Eagle Talon?
You'd never catch me in a car like this.
But Talon does 0 to 60 faster than Nissan 240SX.
Like I said.
Look, I'm the one who got the cash back on this Eagle Talon.
Yeah, but I'm the one who told you about the deal. Guys, what's $500 between friends? $250 apiece.
It's a voyage of technological artistry, created through scientific thought, designed on a space-aged canvas, producing a manufacturing phenomenon. It's the Soloflex muscle machine. Call now and take your body on an incredible voyage to renewed beauty. Soloflex, 21st century design for today's needs.
According to an independent test, when you accelerate in this Eagle Talon, things start to fall off.
Like what?
Nissan 240SXs, Celica GTSs, Thunderbird SCs.
What impresses me about this Eagle Talon is its intercooled turbocharger, anti-lock brakes, and four-wheel independent suspension.
Then you're obviously familiar with these parts.
Yeah, I've lived here my whole life.
We will control the horizontal. Saturday, the Outer Limits take over TNT with 9 episodes in 9 hours. Nobody plays like TNT.
Hey, D Brown, what are you doing here in New York?
Practicing my new dunk with my new shoes, Reebok Omni-Zone.
Reebok Omni-Zones?
Yeah, very lightweight, which is key for this jam.
Oh, yeah? Which jam?
The King Kong jam.
Ready when you are, three!
Now at Century Hardware, save on the Skill Twist Extra Cordless Screwdriver with extra torque and speed in a compact size, just $19.88.
Yes, we can!
You can count on the Claw, Vermont American's new 4-piece screwdriver set that features power grip handles and ISO-10 blades, just $5.88. Look for special savings right now at participating Century Hardware stores during our holiday gift sale.
Century Hardware, yes, we can!
Critics love Doc Hollywood, and so will you. 2 big thumbs up. Michael J. Fox gives an absolutely winning comic performance. And it was the best romantic comedy of the summer. Michael J. Fox is Doc Hollywood. Look for it at your video store.
Hey, Joe, you want to toss the pigskin around?
Hey, armchair quarterback, grab a box of Wheaties and take the field with Joe Montana. But you gotta rush. Touchdown! Before the game box is gone.
Kid's an animal.
Sunday night, TNT takes you to a time of mythical beings and magical spells when the gods ruled the heavens and earth. Sir Laurence Olivier, Clash of the Titans, Sunday night at 8 Eastern on TNT.
It is one thing to accelerate from a standing start, quite another at high speed. Infiniti designed the Q45 to do both. With a variable valve timing system so advanced, there is no compromise at any speed. Infiniti has, for the first time, blurred the lines between luxury and performance.
There are 28 teams in the NFL, over 1,200 players, some good, some better, yet they all share the same dream, to make it to the game that will determine the entire season, to be here at the Metrodome on January the 26th. Take it from someone who's been on the field and in the booth. Only one magazine captures all the drama, all the excitement that leads to football's final conflict, the Sporting News. And now you can get the Sporting News at a super price. Each week you get reports on every pro team, strategies, matchups, incredible stats, plus complete off-season coverage and all the college action too. It's a hard-hitting look at football you just can't get anywhere else. And not just football, you get the inside story on basketball, hockey, and baseball, too. So to follow all of the drama, all of the excitement, all of the battles that lead to that certain Sunday in January, you need the Sporting News.
The muscles of the neck, back, and legs run in a vertical direction. So Infinity stitched the seats of the Q45 the same way, making it more comfortable and driving less fatiguing. At first, you may not notice the luxury of something as small as a stitch. But to Infinity, what's important is that somewhere down the road, you will.
Here comes Barkley. Good feed to Coleman. What a beauty. Robinson. Murray Johnson driving for the hole. Hornacek to drive. Lays it in. Mercy. That's it. NBA action. That's sweet music. The line here.
Century Hardware, yes we can.
Now at Century Hardware, get the new Plum 20-ounce solid steel hammer. Extra strong, balanced, and complete with cushion grip. Only $14.99.
Yes we can.
Save on the Irwin Drill Minder Plus bit set with 13 popular drill bits, 6 screwdriver bits, and holder. It's just $14.99. Look for special savings right now at participating Century Hardware stores during our holiday gift sale.
Century Hardware, yes we can.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Infinity, who invite you to guest drive their full line of performance luxury automobiles. And by Hager Apparel Company. Hager has a feel for the way you live. A feel for America.
It is one thing to accelerate.
Sales forecast.
Right here.
Presentation board?
Murphy, Scott.
Where's Murphy?
This is the final boarding call for Delta Flight 6.
Maddie Klein knows careers are riding on Delta flights.
Mr. Murphy?
Yes. Better go.
Nobody told me you had a cast.
Nobody knew.
Passengers should now be on board.
Maybe that's why more business people fly Delta than ever before.
Mr. Murphy, you have a nice trip.
Thanks. Already had one.
Delta, we love to fly and it shows.
NBA Tuesday on TNT. The Pacers talk a lot.
Say what?
But in Detroit, action speaks louder than words. Talking Pacers, Pistons. Tuesday at 8 on TNT. Bigger than life.
We're halfway home in Portland, where the Blazers are trailing the Bulls by 9. Ernie Johnson in Atlanta with the Prudential halftime report. With the Lakers' loss earlier tonight on TNT, the Golden State Warriors could climb into a first-place tie in the Pacific with a win at the Delta Center in Salt Lake City. The Jazz, though, tough at home, winning 4 out of 5 in their brand-new arena, the Delta Center. Jerry Sloan's guys in for a battle with Golden State. Tim Hardaway inside to the rookie Billy Owens, who throws it down 62-60 Golden State. But then things start slipping away for Nelly and his troops. John Stockton with the steal from Hardaway. Got his main man, Karl Malone, all by himself, 78-71, the Jazz with the lead. And then Stockton, the NBA leader in assists, to Mike Brown, 84-73 at that point. Utah was just getting warm. They blow out Golden State. There goes a chance to tie for first for the Warriors, 135-108. San Antonio Spurs are now on top of the Midwest Division. They beat Atlanta at the Omni tonight. Ramil Robinson takes it away from David Robinson. David Robinson gets even with Ramil Robinson, slaps that thing away. Second quarter, Ramil, no mistake this time, to Dominique Wilkins, who throws it down for a 45-41 Atlanta lead. But the Hawks only scored 12 points in the third period. San Antonio comes back. There's the Admiral on the feed from Willie Anderson. They're up by 6, and Antoine Carr puts an exclamation point on it with the jam. Up by 5 at that point. They hang on to win it by 3. San Antonio now 9-3, 88-85 over the Hawks. The Houston Rockets fell out of first place in the Midwest. There's that mascot yet to be named in Indiana. Watch Reggie Miller. To Rick Smits, the Dutch boy in the paint. There he is, a 3-point lead for Indiana. Second period, Pacers up by 15. Miller with the steal, the jam, 51-34. Everything going the Pacers' way, but the Rockets go on a 9-0 run. That's Kenny Smith for 2 of his 35. Third period, Reggie Miller. This is a 3-point play the hard way as he draws the foul. Now 3-point play the easy way. Reggie Miller was 5 out of 5 from the promised land tonight, and Indiana ran away and hid from the Houston Rockets at Market Square Arena. The final 141-121. Indiana wins it. Philadelphia 76ers, Miami Heat at Miami Arena. Charles Barkley got sore ribs. What, do you expect me to play? No, it's 2 straight games he's sat out now. Watch Ronnie Cycli off the break. 64-51, the Heat with the lead. Armin Gilliam then starts feeling the heat, the defensive heat. Grant Long to Steve Smith. 17-point Miami lead. 2 minutes to go. Philadelphia keeps battling back. Johnny Dawkins, Hersey Hawkins drains the 3. We're tied at 92, but it's up to the rookie Steve Smith with the Miami leading 93-92. Works one-on-one with Dawkins, and there's the bucket that ices it. Miami 95-92 over the Sixers. That's the final from Miami Arena. Shot of the night came at Richfield Coliseum. The rookie Terrell Brandon. Time running out in the first quarter. Come on, that thing goes 75 feet and finds the twine. Cleveland on its way to a 115-104 win over Orlando. The New Jersey Nets and Dallas Mavericks. New Jersey wins one on the road, 97-91. In Denver, the Nuggets 101-90 over the Seattle Supersonics. Phoenix and Charlotte, that one is 108-90. Phoenix leading in the 4th period. The Hornets still haven't won on the road. And the Washington Bullets and LA Clippers, excuse me, are at the half with the Bullets on top, 46-45. When the Prudential Halftime Report continues, we'll take a look back at Game 1 of our doubleheader, and you'll hear from the Celtics' Reggie Lewis. We'll be right back. The Blazers and Bulls capping our Friday night doubleheader on TNT. In case you missed Game 1 tonight, the Boston Celtics put a stop to the Lakers' 9-game winning streak, convincingly winning by 23. Take a look at some of the highlights from Boston Garden. Red Auerbach, as usual, has a good seat for this one. Watches his guys win for the 5th straight time. The Lakers' Tony Smith early on going to find James Worthy. Worthy takes it to the paint, and we're tied up early in the first period. Boston runs the break. Ed Pinckney, nice look inside to Robert Parrish, who lays it in off the glass. John Bagley caught fire in the second quarter. 4 trips down the court. He hit 4 jumpers. 6-point lead for the Celtics at the break. Sam Perkins keeps L.A. in it. He's going to back him in, and then go over Joe Klein, 65-62. Larry Bird, though, always there to save the Celtics. Check out the long 3-pointer outside the arc. 88-73 at that point. Boston on its way to a 114-91 win, snapping the Lakers' 9-game winning streak. You take a look at this ball game and you see that the Celtics outscored the Lakers big in the 4th quarter. Shot 55.3%. That'll win you a lot of games. And Larry Bird, his usual stellar self, 22 points and 10 rebounds. Another strong effort also by Reggie Lewis, who talked to our Bob Neal and Hubie Brown after the game.
Reggie Lewis with a quiet 20 points tonight. Excellent defensive effort once again with the Celtics lead. And Reggie Lewis, this Boston team depleted with the loss of your guards, with Kevin McHale on the bench. Yet your adjustments have been great, and this is your 5th win in a row. What's behind it?
I think the whole key is because of John Bagley and Ricky Green. They've been doing an excellent job at running the team while our other 2 point guards are out. They've been controlling the tempo for us. And also our big guys have been able to get the rebound to get our fast break started. So everybody just coming in and playing their role now. The guys who normally don't get a lot of chance to play, they're stepping up.
Now, what about yourself? Did you go in there and tell Chris Ford, I want Worthy at this 3rd quarter? Come on now, own up.
Well, Chris Ford threw that upon me. I'll accept any challenge. It's great covering a guy like James Worthy because you learn so much just by covering him, and it just makes you that much better.
Now, what about your role, Reg? Do you feel that you've got to come out every night now? It's expected of you that you've got to get 20 here with the Celtics.
Well, it is. I think the main thing is me playing consistent. That's the biggest issue. Just coming out here, getting my 20 every night, playing solid defense, and just helping the team out, and also grabbing some boards.
What are you guys saying to each other with all the guys down, losing the point guards and McHale down with his ankle, and et cetera? What are you saying to each other to get it together?
Well, we need everybody to step up. All the guys on the bench who come in, they have to make sure they pick their game up another notch. And just we have to play together as a team while we're out there. And also, it starts at the defensive end. And we need everybody staying in, to help out rebound and help double team guys when they're hot. And that's how come we've been winning.
Reggie Lewis, who just walked across campus from Northeastern over here to the Boston Garden, walked in like you were still playing in college and started well from the get-go and still doing very well. Celtics with the win tonight. Thanks for joining us.
All right, thank you for having me.
Reggie Lewis with 20 points tonight.
All right, the Celtics, they've won 8 out of 9. in 5 straight, so they win tonight over the LA Lakers. Just ahead, the third period from Portland between the Blazers and the Bulls. And a reminder, we're back with you on Tuesday night. The Pacers winners by 20 tonight over Houston, taking on the Pistons at the Palace Tuesday night on TNT.
The Prudential Halftime Report has been brought to you by the companies of the Prudential. Come to the Prudential and build your future on the rock.
Some of us become what we are because we find beauty in the elegance of fine machines. But we become good only on overcoming this fascination. When we begin to cherish the beauty that flows from life and to appreciate the machine as the mere instrument of that pursuit. And finally, we may come to feel that a machine superbly crafted to help us arrive at beauty can have a beauty of its own if it connects us to the potential in life that might have remained hidden. Soloflex.
Moments away from the second half, and right now the Chicago Bulls lead the Portland Trailblazers by 9, 56-47. Ron Thulin and Doug Collins. And Doug, I think the thing that was overriding in that first half of play was Portland played with little, if any, emotion.
Well, you know, Chicago did a good job of preventing them from getting any fast break baskets. They forced them to shoot some outside jump shots. And right now, they only have 4 perimeter field goals. So with no fast breaks, it's taken the crowd out of this game, and Chicago's in control.
Well, they had a scare for Chicago if you're a Chicago fan. Michael Jordan with a back injury. This is the play he did it on, which forced him to sit out 4 minutes.
Well, he had a nice drive to the basket, and you're going to see him hang here to draw the foul. And when he comes down awkwardly, and he wrenches his back. He sits down for 4 minutes, but he comes back out, shoots 8 for 15 for 20 points. So Michael didn't have the spectacular drives to the basket, but was making his outside jump shot.
Oh, the last 9 games, Chicago has held their opponents to less than 50% shooting, and they're doing likewise tonight. Bench scoring, all Chicago, led by Stacey King. Now the big story for Portland, Terry Porter scoreless.
Well, you see what he did last year, 21.5 points a game, 10 assists tonight. No points, only 3 field goals, 7 assists. He did a good job there. But John Paxson outscored him 2 points to none. We talked about in the opening that Terry Porter's got to win that matchup. And right now, he is not attacking John Paxson. He's looking to make the pass. He's got to look to score, specifically hit some outside jump shots to loosen up the Chicago defense, Ron. They have now packed it inside. And Portland, again, only 4 perimeter field goals in the first half.
Here's the matchup we talked about at the top of the show, and right now it is all Michael Jordan. 20, 13, 15, 8 of 15, and Clyde Drexler a couple of 3-pointers, and that has led us to the 56-47 halftime score, and Portland's going to come out and show a little token pressure right off the bat.
Well, Chicago...
Tonight's game is brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers with that clean, crisp, cold taste. Nothing beats a Bud. And by GMC Truck, the strength of experience.
So we're enjoying our favorite spot, and we see this old guy.
Hey, Bobs!
Then there was this huge wave. We thought the old guy was history. That was hot. Anyway, we were impressed.
Guru dude, want a cold bud?
Groovy. Despite our language differences, all surfers share a universal communication. Oops. Whoa.
At GMC Truck, our only business is trucks, and has been for over 80 years. A dedication to truck strengths and values to keep in mind. Because when you need to haul something, tow something, carry precious cargo, find new trails, or simply ride high and proud, there's nothing quite as strong as a truck. GMC Truck, the strength of experience. At GMC Truck, we've seen days like this for over 80 years. And have learned the value of a van that gives you the most room in its class. The added safety of four-wheel anti-lock brakes, the traction of full-time all-wheel drive, and the feeling of security that can only come from a van that's built as strong as a truck. Safari from GMC Truck, more proof of the strength of experience.
Say you're going to marry me. Say yes. Say yes.
And you, too, will want to say yes to the romance captured in an important new Gone with the Wind collector's plate, Marry Me Scarlet. Crafted on fine porcelain, it evokes all the emotion of the original scene and can be yours now at the issue price of $27.50 from the Bradford Exchange.
Oh, that would be just heavenly.
Not all plates go up in value. Some go down. But the Bradford Exchange can often recommend plates that show excellent potential, like this earlier exceptional Gone with the Wind plate. And Bradford offers an unconditional 365-day guarantee. So relive the romance.
Oh, Red. Red, you are good to me.
The time to act is now. To order Marry Me Scarlet at the issue price of $27.50, call this toll-free number. Marry Me Scarlet could be that perfect gift for someone on your Christmas list. Have your credit card handy to save COD charges.
Around 1900, GMC Truck built America's first gasoline-powered truck and went on to make trucks our only business. A heritage of trucks that, some say, worked a little harder, lasted a little longer. And that's still true today in a truck that gives you the most standard payload and the strongest resale of any full-size pickup. Sierra, from GMC Truck, more proof of the strength of experience.
Who needs all the rigmarole?
Face it, lots of places offer new tires. I'm not going to hand my car over to just anyone. But you got to ask yourself, who's going to back you better than Sears?
When they say it's guaranteed, it's guaranteed.
And right now, Sears Guardsman Response Radio is at our lowest price ever, only $17.99. Installed in just 60 minutes, 7 days a week.
Who's going to back you better than Sears?
I wear the pump cross trainer because I like a secure fit. Life is short. Play hard. Reebok.
Century Hardware, yes we can.
Now at Century Hardware, get the 16-gallon high-performance Shop Vac Wet Dry Vacuum Cleaner. It cleans up fast indoors or out. Just $89.99.
Yes we can.
Save on the Stanley Workmaster fiberglass hammer with cushion handle and rim-tempered face. Choose a curved or rip claw model for only $11.88. Look for special savings right now at participating Century Hardware stores during our holiday gift sale.
Century Hardware, yes we can.
The Olympics are coming to TNT, and you might have some questions. Like, what the heck is luge? Preview Olympic events on the road to Albertville. Premieres Saturday, 4:30 Eastern on TNT.
Thanksgiving, marked by harvest, gathering, and a special gratitude for Alka-Seltzer. Fast relief of heartburn with a headache from turkey, cranberry sauce, and overstuffing. Alka-Seltzer, the other holiday tradition.
Hey, something really special is going on at Ace, and you can find out all about it right here in your newspaper. Ace Best Buys and all kinds of great stuff at terrific prices. Look in your paper's magazine section this weekend, and come on in. Ask Ace. Hey, Ace is the place.
Not long ago, the fellas over at the country club gave Ed Hansel a little party. You see, in over 40 years, Ed never missed a day at the club. Every afternoon, just after 3, like clockwork, there's Ed. A banker by trade, is a master at knowing just how to fill all that leisure time. Unfortunately, banker's hours may not be your hours when buying a car. So finance your new vehicle with GMAC right at your GM dealership. Nobody knows more about auto financing and leasing. And we don't keep banker's hours.
We will control the horizontal. Saturday, the Outer Limits take over TNT with 9 episodes in 9 hours. Nobody plays like TNT.
A luxury car says a lot about its owner.
Mine says I'm witty beyond belief.
Mine says I'm more Europeanish.
Mine says I'm the product of superior genes.
A luxury car says
I'm so successful I can go into debt.
I'm much more handsome.
Cosmopolitan.
Another pathetic sheep following the herd.
Says a lot. I'm irresistible.
Powerful.
Stylish.
Sexy.
Dynamic.
The all-wheel drive Subaru Legacy. All it says is that you bought a great car and you can still pay your mortgage.
The fascination always existed. The human body, without doubt, is the greatest of inventions. Flawless in design, capable of astonishing feats. Amazingly, the harder the body is worked, the stronger, more beautiful it becomes. To unlock your body's potential, we proudly offer Soloflex. 32 old-fashioned iron-pumping exercises, each correct in form and balance. All on a machine that fits in the corner of your home. Soloflex, simple and efficient, like the body itself. Which may explain why it looks less like a machine and more like a work of art. For a free brochure, call anytime.
Making a sports car, it seems mandatory to mention how fast it can go. All right, with an overhead cam engine capable of producing 228 pounds of torque, the new Subaru SVX can reach speeds in excess of 140 miles per hour. But how important is that? With extended urban gridlock, gas at $1.38 a gallon, and highways full of patrolmen. Instead, why not mention the things you shouldn't mention about a sports car? A strong weld, an anti-lock braking system, the ability to carry 4 adults, all-wheel drive, engineering that endures. Still, if it's speed you want, we promise you'll be able to use most of the speedometer. Subaru, what to drive.
Hey kid, a horse in the backyard. What could be better? How about a game of horse in the backyard? These NBA stars bring some of their best shots to a game of shoot and spell.
S to R.
Also, he weaves through traffic to get down the lane. Now, Isaiah Thomas takes his moves to the street. Sesame Street, that is. Not your normal features, not your normal announcers, not your normal sports show. But then again, who wants normal? NBA Inside Stuff. Tomorrow, check your local listing.
Well, it's taken me a little time to find out life ain't just about working. Don't call it shirking. If it take a little time for me, I'll get moving and do some serious grooving. I'm gonna kick back, unwind, you know the American dream is free. And Hager has a feel for America. Hager has a feel for me.
Have some fun in Hager Casual Pants.
Hey, D Brown, what are you doing here in New York?
Practicing my new dunk in my new shoes, Reebok Omnizone.
Reebok Omnizones?
Yeah, very lightweight, which is key for this jam.
Oh, yeah? Which jam?
The King Kong jam.
Ready when you are, Three!
A luxury car says a lot about its owner.
Mine says I'm witty beyond belief.
Mine says I'm more Europeanish.
Mine says I'm the product of superior genes.
A luxury car says
I'm so successful I can go into debt.
I'm much more handsome.
Cosmopolitan.
Another pathetic sheep following the herd.
Says a lot. I'm irresistible.
Powerful.
Stylish.
Sexy.
Dynamic.
The all-wheel drive Subaru Legacy. All it says is that you bought a great car and you can still pay your mortgage.
Most guys kick back on the weekends. Jack, on the other hand, so how do you feel?
Ready to rock and roll.
Only one beer has the taste as genuine as the people who drink it. Budweiser.
Tomorrow,
we're sleeping in.
taste that won't fill you up and never let you down. Bud Light delivers.
A luxury car says a lot about its owner.
Mine says I'm witty beyond belief.
Mine says I'm more Europeanish.
Mine says I'm the product of superior genes.
A luxury car says
I'm so successful I can go into debt.
I'm much more handsome. Cosmopolitan.
Another pathetic sheep following the herd.
says a lot. I'm irresistible.
Powerful.
Stylish.
Sexy.
Dynamic.
The all-wheel drive Subaru Legacy. All it says is that you bought a great car and you can still pay your mortgage.
When you play the game and you're looking good, there's a Bud Light way and it's understood.
If you're into looking good, get into Bud Light. The clean, fresh taste won't fill you up, never let you down.
You can taste it, feel it, know you got it right. There's everything else. It's just a light. Just a light. Bud Light. Everything else, just a light. Just a light. Everything else, just a light. Well, it's taken me a little time to find out life ain't just about working. Don't call it shirking. If I take a little time for me, I'll get moving and do some serious grooving. I'm gonna kick back, unwind, you know, the American dream is free. And Hager has a feel for America. Hager has a feel for me.
Have some fun in Hager casual pants.
So I'm doing my sound check.
Hello.
And I hear this woman's voice.
Crunch that last chord. I'll show you.
She grabbed the guitar.
And then she started rocking.
116 to 114. Clyde Drexler led the way for Portland with 38 points. Leading the way for the Chicago Bulls with 40 points was Michael Jordan. And a man that had 28 points for the Chicago Bulls, who had a couple of big baskets, Scottie Pippen. Scottie, first of all, Doug and I were talking, how tired are you guys because you played an awful lot of minutes tonight?
Well, I think a lot of adrenaline kept us going tonight. I think the adrenaline just kept us going, wanting us to, kind of continue to play and try to win this game. And I think that's what kept us in the game tonight. And I don't think the minutes were the factor.
Scottie, a big hustle play on your part at the end of regulation. Portland up 3. Shot is taken. You come from the blind side. You snatch the rebound, get it to Michael. Michael penetrates, hits BJ for the 3 that ties the basketball. That was a real big play in the game.
Well, it was. I seen open slide to the bucket, basically. Horse had been blocked out, so I just tried to get to the boys, and I got the ball and was falling out, was able to toss it, Michael, and BJ knocked the big shot down for us.
Scottie, what about your knee? We saw you icing it tonight. Is it tendonitis? Did you get banged? What's the deal?
I don't know basically what happened. I think it's a little tendonitis, but I just kept the ice on it where it wouldn't start the pain back, and I was able to play through it.
Now, aren't you looking forward? You got a charter flight. You get to go to Sacramento and play, I guess it's still today, maybe tomorrow. So who knows? You've been on the road trip for 2 weeks. It's been a tremendous trip for you guys.
It's been a great trip for us. So hopefully we don't get too full of ourselves and we can go get this game in Sacramento. And it'll be a great, successful trip for us.
All right, Scottie Pippen, congratulations. Double overtime win, 11 in a row. One more to go, and then maybe get to see Chicago since you've been gone since, August now, I guess?
Yeah, it's been a while.
And they're waiting Thanksgiving dinner for you. Once again, the final, 116-114, the Bulls over Portland. We'll be back to wrap things up in a moment. Stay with us.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers with that clean, crisp, cold taste. Nothing beats a Bud. And by Subaru, it's what to drive.
11 in a row for Chicago. They win it in double overtime, 116-114. Just a reminder, coming up, Fred Hickman, Hannah Storm with Inside the NBA with all the scores and highlights from tonight's action. And on Tuesday night, our next NBA game, it'll be Indiana and Detroit. All gets underway 8 o'clock Eastern time right here on TNT. Once again, the final, 116-114, Bulls win it. For Doug Collins and our entire crew in Portland, Oregon, I'm Ron Thulin. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.